My name is Ron Weingartz. I'd like to go over some information to help in the purchase decision of a snowblower. I'd like to start off with there's many different models, starting with an electric unit. Electric would be very popular if you have a problem storing gas. You don't have a place where you can properly store gas, and also for a small driveway or a porch or a sidewalk. Electric is an excellent option in that application. From there we go into gas units. Many of your smaller gas units are available in either 2-cycle or 4-cycle. 4-cycle is becoming much more popular, eliminating the need to mix oil and gas like a 2-cycle engine. They start with the smaller units, are typically in the 18-inch size, smaller for handling the smaller areas. If you have a lot of tight maneuvering to use, they're lighter in weight, easier to handle for maybe an elderly person. As we move up the line, the typical size in your next step up is a 20 or 21 inch. As you notice, you have a much larger opening, will handle your deeper snows, drifting conditions. You have a larger scoop to handle the snow, and typically you get into a larger engine. As you get into the 20 and 21 inch, many of them will be the same size chassis, but a larger engine. The larger engine will help in your heavier conditions if you have a lot of drifting, if you're prone to drifting in your area, or if you have a lot of wet snows. The wet snow does take more power to move that snow, so the larger horsepower engines will be more efficient in moving the heavier wet snows. There's many good brands out there available in both 2-cycle and 4-cycle, and most models are offered in both pull start or electric start. The electric start, the big advantage with electric start, there is no battery, so you don't have to worry about a battery going dead over the summer months. No. They're 110 volt electric start, which means you just plug it into a standard wall outlet, push a button to start. When it's started, you unplug. If you should have a power outage, it could still be started manually, so you don't have to worry about not being able to start the electric start models. Electric start is a very nice feature on a snowblower because in the colder conditions, many times they do take a little more effort to start than, say, a lawnmower would in the summertime in the warmer climates. These would all be what they call single stage, and they're semi-self-propelled. And by semi-self-propelled, the spinning motion of the paddle will actually pull the machine along. So it takes very little effort to push the machine. Single stage means you just have one scoop that is taking the snow and pushing it through the chute. You would have directional control to move the snow where you want it, and if you're working in windy conditions, you can deflect the top chutes down, so you're not blowing and having the snow blow back at you. If you do need extra distance, you can raise the deflector up to give you more distance. Typically, your single-stage blowers, depending on the model and the horsepower, will blow in the 25 to 35 foot distance range. As we move up into a 2-stage blower, as you see, it's a much larger, much heavier duty machine. The advantage you have with this, first off, they're higher horsepower, and the 2-stage design will handle the deeper, heavier snows. Basically, by 2-stage, what that refers to is there's a single stage that is breaking the snow down and feeding into the second stage. The single stage, they're geared 10 to 1, so this is turning at a lower RPM to break the heavier, let's say the snow's maybe crusted over a little bit. This will break the heavier snow, and then your back impeller spins at a much faster speed, so it'll take it and throw it further and take it in faster than a typical single stage. Where this would be important if you have a larger area to do. If you live in an area where you do have deeper snows, a 2-stage is an excellent option to go with. 2-stage are typically, they'll start in the 22-inch range and go all the way up to 45-inch, for larger commercial applications. There again, these would all be 4-cycle engines, gas oil separate, and electric start is standard on most models in the 2-stage. Another nice feature on the 2-stage units, because they are larger, a little bit heavier machine, many of them will have a turning clutch. Turning clutch works, instead of having to muscle the snowblower around, you just squeeze the lever, will lock the wheel for quick turning. Makes a large machine very easy to maneuver even in tight conditions. When you're looking at a two-stage, a small one will perform as well as a larger one. The larger one just has more power for the heavier conditions, and it will cut your time down with the wider width. It gives you a brief rundown of what you might look for in purchasing a snowblower.